Hey outdoorsnists, we are at the Lake Perrin recreation area. So I've decided I want to find the Robert Frost Trail and walk on it and maybe have a little picnic today. I'm pretty sure it's here. The sign says it is. So it's to go this way. I've never been on the Robert Frost Trail. In fact, I think I've only been to this side of the lake once. This is the side you normally have to pay to get into it when it's in the season, so I don't bother with it. I just go to the fishing access area on the other side, which is what most people do. Anyway, let's head down this way. Let's see if we can find this trailhead and have a little walk on the Robert Frost Trail. I think these are oyster mushrooms. I'm not even like 20 feet in here and I'm already finding interesting things. I might leave those alone. I might steal them when I come back. I don't know. Find out. Anyway, yeah, back to it. Alright, it says it's about 2 miles around the lake. So that's not a bad little hike. If we find a spot further in, maybe we'll stop and have ourselves a little picnic. I brought some food and fixings to make a little cup of tea, all that fun stuff. So, yeah, this is going to be another like explore, have a picnic type of thing. Very exciting, I know, but did want to get out and do something this weekend. It is the week before Christmas. I don't think we're gonna have a white Christmas, at least not down here in the Bennington area. Maybe some other places, but that's fine. I kind of hate snow, to be quite honest with you. The time I want snow is during the deer season when I can use it to track deer, but outside of that, I could take it or leave it. I'd prefer to leave it. Look at the sign. What does this sign say? Uh-oh. There'll be no rapping on the Robert Frost Trail. It's not allowed. I think it says trapping. I don't know why anyone in their right mind would trap around here. You got houses all up there. It'd be very difficult to trap what you want to trap without getting someone's like a house cat or dog. I think these are dog prints. So anyway, let's see what the Robert Frost Trail has to show us. The trail's become a little boardwalk here. Back there it's pretty narrow. It goes alongside the lake here and right along a bunch of people's backyards. You can still see them up there. But this is pretty impressive. This goes on for a ways. I think earlier in this year I did a video where I was mushroom hunting on that side over there. It's interesting to see the place from this angle because yeah, I think that hillside right over there is where I was. So I remember, maybe it's a little further up. I got about as far as where the train track gets to where you couldn't really bail off of it on either side if a train came. That's where I stopped because I didn't know anything about when the trains came through. What do we got here? Well, it looks like the intact version of that no wrapping sign. That's right, no trapping allowed around Lake Perrin. Perrin, I can't ever say it right. So, ooh, my foot almost went through here. What happened? Huh, there's a mushy spot in the boards. So, what do we got coming up? Ooh, a barrel. What's in the barrel? Aha, that's a good idea. Oh, it's gonna get soggy. That's not too bad. And another boardwalk. It'll be something interesting. What I'm not clear on is, does this trail loop around, or do I have to stop and go back? I don't know. Nice little bench you can hang out on. There. Sit and see what it's like. Very nice. Although, I got a feeling in the spring, you can't see anything past the vegetation here. It's very thick. I've gone around the lake on a kayak before, a couple different times, and never saw this boardwalk from the water. So, all right, here we go for a hike. All right, so that way uphill is the Robert Frost Trail. Around there is around the shore. I got people coming around behind me. I'm gonna chill out here to see which way they go and go the other direction. All right, I took the Robert Frost Trail up this way. That's where those kids went, but I think they're far enough ahead of me where I don't have to deal with them or look at them or hear them. So that's good. But, ooh, this is cool. I could have gotten up here a lot faster if I had gone that way. I followed the rules. Or the trail signs, at least. Huh, this is neat. So the thing about this lake is, it is absolutely stuffed with milfoil. Like, if you go to like, try to paddle, especially on this side, it's like, it feels like you're paddling through like a bowl of ramen noodles or something like that, or a seaweed stew or something. You can do it, but yeah, there's a lot of weeds in this lake. So there's been, I think there was some talk of maybe addressing that situation, but I don't know where any of that went. There's another lake up where I work, which I do cover it for the paper, so I don't have too much to say about it, but there's a big debate over whether to use herbicide to control the milfoil. Yeah, I don't have anything to say about it, but a lot of other people do. So take that for what it's worth. I don't know what they should do with this lake. I mean, I think they need to do something to cut down on the milfoil. I don't know what that would be. Most options are kind of expensive. So whatever they do, it should probably be something, because it gets, like I said, it chokes, really chokes the lake here, or the pond, or whatever you want to call this. So anyway, let's keep headed this way. This is a particularly scenic part of the trail. I thought I'd point out. I really gotta come back here in the spring and the summer and the fall and all of those. Yeah, I've lived around this area since 2008 at least, and I've never been to the Robert Frost Trail. I'm a little sad that I hadn't checked it out before today, but I suppose whenever you get to it. What do we got over here? Railroad tracks. So anyway, although I almost think a Robert Frost Trail is best enjoyed during the winter time, or at least nearing the winter time. Frost always seemed to me to be more of a cold weather poet, if that makes any sense. Maybe because of the name Frost, Frosty Man, Frosty rhymes. I don't know. Just between you and me and everyone on the internet, I don't really like poetry. Never have. Maybe I don't have a soul. I don't know. Maybe my first introduction to actual poetry learning was just unpleasant. I don't know. I'm not saying the teacher was bad. I think he actually got an award not too long ago for being the best teacher ever. But I just remember I had this one class in high school that just really turned me off poetry forever. Just never liked it after that. Didn't really like it before, and certainly didn't like it after that class. You know what I'm noticing a lot is the mullein, everywhere. All kinds of it back there too. I didn't bother filming. So, all right, we got to figure out where the Robert Frost Trail is actually going. Let's see. It says turn right. The path of these of the village, and then go straight to the Creek Bridge. The shore trail, turn left. Okay, so I think we want to go up there for these magical views. This is another interesting part of the trail. I will say, this Robert Frost Trail is a lot longer than it feels. Or feels a lot longer than it is, whichever the case may be. And it's a very dynamic trail. Like, you get in a lot of these little walking trails, and they tend to run along one or two sort of themes. But this one, it's been something kind of different every, like, tenth of a mile. I don't know how to explain it. It's a very dynamic, diverse trail as far as scenery and terrain and wildlife and things like that. Anyway, I'd recommend it if you're in the area and want to walk on a trail. Go to the Lake Perrin Recreation Area. You can access it from there, as I showed you. We're coming up on a bridge. There's a much more elaborate bridge, maybe half a mile back, where those kids had stopped. According to them, it continued on for another mile trail, but like I said, it feels like I've been walking for longer than that. So we'll keep going. Hopefully find a spot to sit down for a bit. Alright, I've stepped off the Robert Frost Trail a little ways to have myself some tea and cook up a little lunch. Lunch today is, let's see if I can get it out of the pack without making a mess. My favorite, classic. Comes in a can, you don't have to do anything with it. You just heat it up in your little mess kit and boom, you're good to go. In some ways it's actually simpler than the tea. I gotta heat the tea water, then I gotta pour it in the teacup, wait for it to cool, all that fun stuff, but the chili's a little different. Anyway, Robert Frost, if you've never heard of him, he's a famous poet. He's been dead for a very long time. If there's time today and enough daylight when I get out of here, maybe I'll take you to where they buried him. I don't know if he lived around here or what the deal was. I'm not like a Robert Frost expert, and I frankly didn't do any research before I came out here. So, but I did have to learn about him in school, as I'm sure many people did. His famous poems is one about birch trees, how he thinks when he sees them blowing in the wind, he likes to think children have been swinging on them. And it's written in a very Robert Frosty way. And he's got another way. He's probably, most people know him for the two roads diverged in the woods thing, and the road not taken, and how you're supposed to take the less traveled path. But if you actually read that poem, it's about how it doesn't matter, something like that. I make a joke about it every time I come by across two trails in the woods around here, say something like that. So my favorite poem, I can't remember the title. It's about it's set in old-timey times, back where you had to send for the doctor, and it's about this family, and they're all doing family work, and I think the kid like cuts his hand off on some kind of awful saw, so they send for the doctor, but it's too late. The kid dies, dad has to bury him, and then they're back to work that afternoon or the next day after they do a little funeral for him, and it's basically just about death and loss. And the reason I like it is because it really nails that part of death where, like, the rest of the world just doesn't seem to care about that much. Like, you lose your loved one or your pet or whatever, or it doesn't have to be death. It can be just any kind of calamity, life-changing calamity. You'll come out of it and you'll look around, and the birch trees are still swinging from left to right, like some kid was swinging on them. The road less taken isn't any more taken than it was before. You know, nothing seems to have changed. The world doesn't really seem to remark on your grief or your loss or your pain that much. And it's weird. It's a jarring feeling to, like, you know, have your little world come to an end, so to speak, and then you look around and as far as anything else is concerned, nothing happened. So it's unpleasant, frankly. I don't know, it can also be a little liberating in that sense that, you know, nothing, you know, something happens to me, like everything will be fine, it'll keep going. I mean, it's cold in one sense, but it's a comfort in another, I think. I don't know. Anyway, my tea's just about ready. Anyway, so point being, it's both a comfort and a bit of a cold feeling to know that the world will carry on without you, or carry on without whatever or whoever you lost, whatever. So, two sides to that, I guess. I don't know. I should probably write things down before I come out and start to philosophize. On another note, my tea's done. So let's see if I can touch it without burning myself or tipping this thing over. I suppose I could just drink it out of that, but I've done that before. It's kind of sucks. Like, if the thing's very hot, you can't really drink it. All right, what time is it? Do I want to eat that chili out here or not? It's almost 3 o'clock. I think I can heat up some chili, scarf it down, and then I don't think I'm going to finish the trail, actually. Like, I think it keeps going, but like, I need to start headed back. So. Now, you know what? I'm going to be brave and I'm going to finish it. So let's get to food first. Anyway, part of the reason I came out here to do this was mainly I need content for this ridiculous YouTube channel. But the other reason is, like I keep saying, I'm planning this big long road trip in 2024. In September, maybe. I plan to do a lot of eating like this. Like, I don't have the money for hotels, restaurants, and all that, so... I mean, I will to some degree, but, you know, a lot of the meals are going to have to be little picnics like this. So what I'm doing is just kind of getting used to the flow of it. You know, how to find a place where you're not going to get bothered, or what this mess kit and propane thing are going to do to various foods I try to cook, how long it all takes, how much of a pain in the ass it is, you know, clean up, all that kind of stuff. Just to get some general experience with it. There's nothing in particular you need to, like, learn, I don't think, about it, but, you know, maybe to wipe my mouth off before I turn the camera on. Point apart, as chili, I can eat that cold out of the can. I don't actually need to heat it up, but felt like it was something to do. Yeah, that's going to be ready, if not now, very soon. So, alright, I'm going to eat that, and then I'll turn this back on when it's time to get out of here. So, the trail is only one way, 2 miles one way. According to my little map, I am near the end of it. So, I'm gonna finish the trail and then haul ass back, because it's getting to be about that time. I'm taking my tea to go, so I think we'll be all right. I did bring a flashlight this time in case it gets a little too dark to see. I don't think that'll be a problem, but in the off chance it is, I've come prepared. So let's get to the end of the Robert Frost Trail, and then I'll ask to the way back. Well, folks, we've reached the end of it. Came down that way. I'm now here. Use my stuff by this rock. There's also apparently an idol of what I presume to be a pig, maybe? Looks a bit like a hippopotamus, too. Another interesting thing that was right here. apparently the desiccated body is some kind of caterpillar. I don't know. That's weird. Odd, just odd thing. Wonder how long I've had chili stuck in my beard. Anyway, so we're at the entrance of the Robert Frost State House Museum. It says it on the sign over here. I've never been to the museum. I've driven by this. I say State House Museum. Robert Frost Stone House Museum. Opens May 1st. Where are we? I feel like I drive by this place a lot. I do. North 7A is that way. There's the cops. Huh. Nice little area. Like I said, never been to the actual museum. This is the first time I've ever come to the trail here, so. What time is it? 3:23. Oof, I got an hour before it gets kind of dark. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pack up and I'm gonna book it back. All right, wish me luck. Wouldn't be a Robert Frost trail without Robert Frost poetry all over it. This is the, oh, okay, this is the Frost Paran Creek Bridge. Okay, the camera, something weird happened with the camera, cut out. Anyway, this is the bridge I came to earlier. Those kids were hanging out on, the ones I like get ahead of me. I didn't film it because obviously the kids were here and I wasn't going to do that, so. Anyway, they're going out, and boy, this is quite a structure. Like, that's what it's crossing. That bridge is cursed. That one right there. Like, my GoPro batteries all died. 3 of them. Brought 3 of them, fully charged. Put them all in one right after the other. None of them work. So, yeah, Robert Frost haunts that bridge. Does not like me talking shit about him. He's eating my batteries. He didn't eat the battery on my phone though, which is how I'm recording this. So anyway, we're gonna take the Lake Shore Trail back. Boy, I really hope the Lake Shore Trail does lead back, because if it doesn't, let's hope it does. All right, outdoorsness, I'm back at the parking lot trailhead. I did pick those mushrooms. They are oysters. It's too bad the ghosts of Robert Frost ate my GoPro batteries, because the Lake Shore Trail was pretty nice. There was some cool features on it I would have filmed had any batteries left, but Robert Frost ate them. It's the only logical explanation I can think of. There was this giant tree over the trail. You had to go under it. Oh, it's nice. Anyway, that is the video. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next one.